Pandemic's been hard, man. Pandemic's been hard for comics. We didn't get to work for like almost a year and a half, and it's been stressful. Round of applause. Who's been getting through the pandemic stress by drinking 2 weeks worth of booze every single week? Yeah? Me too. Thank you. Thank you, Emma. I appreciate that. Case in point, right? That could not have been a more perfect timing for Emma. Thank you. She's like, you guys are like, he's not lying. Yeah, man, it's been a lot of drinking, I guess, and we all been doing it. Like they said that drinking in Canada has been up like 28% since the pandemic or something like that. And I'm like, that is severely understating it. I am beloved at my local BC liquor store. They love me. I'm there all the time. Everyone knows my name. I'm like Norm from Cheers. It's awesome. I overshare about my family. Like when I go in there, they're like, hey, how was everybody's dance recital? I'm like, oh my God. I should go with a cold beer and wine for a little bit just to shake it up. Everyone there loves me except for this one lady. Her name's Linda. She hates my guts. I don't know why. I have no idea why. And the more I try to get her to like me, the more she hates me. It's awesome. And I'm a comedian, so I could do this all day. You know what I mean? My goal is to get her to like me, okay? And every time I go there, she IDs me. Every single time, she IDs me. She asks for my ID. And I just think it's ridiculous. Because, I don't know, look at me. Can you just take a quick look at me, my dear? What's your name? Rita. You see me, right? You do, right? Do I look 18 to you, Rena? No, it's okay. You can say it. I haven't looked 18 since I was 14 years old. So when Linda keeps IDing me, it seems a bit weird. It seems like she's just trying to make me jump through the one hoop she can make me jump through, right? And I go there one time, this is the time that shit hit the fan, okay? And I'm like, hey, what's up, Linda? And by the way, at the liquor store, they don't even have their names on the name tags. It just says cashier. But I went out of my way to find out her name just to call her Linda, and she hates that so much. Right? So I'm probably not helping my own cause, I guess, whatever. And I'm like, hey, Linda, and she's like, I need to see your ID. I'm wearing a mask, okay? And I'm like, do you really need to see my ID, Linda? And she's like, yeah, it's my job. And I'm like, but I was here yesterday, and you saw my ID. You probably know my information off by heart. She's like, it doesn't matter, it's my job. And I'm like, is it your job to use no common sense whatsoever? Fine. Here's my ID, Linda, for the 1,000th time, whatever. Here you go. And I give it to her, and I've kind of made a stink. And then Linda decides to double down, and she looks at it, and she examines it, and then she looks at me, and she goes, I'm going to need to see a second piece. Right? And I'm like, I can feel my blood boiling. I have anger problems. And I look at the back of the lineup, and everyone's like, he's going to kill her. And but I'm not, right? And I'm like, oh my God. So I don't really have a second piece. I don't really have a second piece of ID. So I'm fumbling through my wallet in my pocket, and I only have one arm available. So I'm trying to find something, anything to give her, and all I have is a Costco membership, and that's got my picture on it, right? So I'm like, is this good? And she goes, nope. And I go, Linda, how many 18-year-olds got a fucking Costco membership? So stupid. It's so stupid. And now she's retracted, right? Now I'm like, oh no, I gotta save face here. I gotta save this, right? So I try to reason with her. I'm like, Linda, listen, Linda, Linda, listen. Listen, right? I'm like, it's 10 a.m. I'm your first customer, and I'm holding my 2-year-old. What part of this screams rookie drinker to you? Give daddy his medicine and let me move on with my life. That's not even the worst part, man. The worst part is how many empties you're left over with, okay? Literally, my patio is just stacked full of empties. How much have I been drinking during this pandemic? I'll tell you. I now have a third favorite bottle return depot, okay? That's how much. And then my favorite one, you know what they do? If you bring more than $20 worth of returns, they give you a free can of Coca-Cola. As if to say, hey, maybe take tonight off, dude. Just drink some pop, maybe. Right?